morning, class 6th. So we were reading the chapter that was body movements. I hope जहाँ तक हमने चैप्टर रीड करा आप लोगों को समझ आया होगा. आज हम जितना हमने चैप्टर रीड करा है उसे डिजी में देखेंगे और एक बेटर वे में अंडरस्टैंड करने की कोशिश करेंगे. ठीक है क्लास? तो स्टार्टिंग विथ द वे वी मूव.
The human body is an amazing machine. Did you know that there are about 640 muscles, 206 bones, and nearly 230 joints in our body? When we walk, we use nearly 200 muscles and more than 100 bones. Movements in our body are the result of coordination between our muscles, bones, joints, and supporting parts. Our movements can be involuntary or voluntary. Movements that we can control, such as walking, lifting, chewing, and talking, are voluntary movements.
Which we can control, that is walking. अगर हम चल रहे हैं तो हम इसको कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं ना. अगर हम चलना बंद कर सकते हैं ना. लिफ्ट अप कर रहे हैं, ठीक है. तो ये सब क्या है? ये वॉलेंट्री मूवमेंट्स हैं जो हम कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं. इज इट क्लियर? च्यूइंग, वॉकिंग, लिफ्टिंग, टॉकिंग, ऑल दीज आर वॉलेंट्री मूवमेंट्स दैट वी कैन कंट्रोल.
Movements that we cannot control, such as the beating of the heart, the expansion and contraction of the lungs, and the movement of food along the digestive tract, are involuntary movements.
And the movements that we cannot control are involuntary movements. Is it clear? जैसे हार्ट पंप होता है हमारा, तो ये सब क्या है? ये involuntary movements हैं जिसको हम कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते.
Let's look at how we move. Look at this spring. When we compress it, it brings the two wooden planks attached to it closer together. Our muscles work in a somewhat similar manner. Like the spring, muscles work by being compressed. The biceps muscle attached to the bones of the arm compresses or contracts. This pulls the bones closer together, moving the arm up so that it bends at the elbow joint. One important point to remember is that our muscles work only by pulling in one direction. They cannot push. So how do we straighten the arm again? The only possible way is for another muscle to pull it back. In this case, the triceps muscle does the work. It contracts and brings about the reverse movement of the arm. Many muscles in the body work in pairs. While one contracts to pull, the other one relaxes. When the second muscle pulls the bone the other way, the first one relaxes. This teamwork of muscles, bones and joints enables us to move. There are some more supporting parts of our body that help in movement. Let's learn about them. Muscles are not attached to the bones directly. There are strong, stretchy bands which join muscles to bones. These are called tendons.
What are tendons? Tendons join muscles to bones. What are tendons? Tendons क्या करते हैं? Tendons मसल को बोन से join करते हैं. ठीक है क्लास? What are tendons? Tendons join muscle to bones. Is it clear? Tendons joins muscles to bones.
There are tough, fibrous bands called ligaments joining two bones at joints.
Then what are ligaments? Ligaments joins two bones.
They allow joints to move in the right direction and make sure that they don't move too far in the wrong direction. Let's look at one more supporting part. But before that, touch and feel your nose and ears. Are the flexible parts of your nose and ears bone or muscle? In fact, they are neither. These stiff yet flexible parts are made up of cartilage. Cartilage is not as hard and rigid as bone, but it is
So cartilage is flexible.
stiffer and less flexible than muscle. Cartilage is also found at the ends of bones in the region of joints. It provides protection and shock absorption to the bones it covers and allows them to move smoothly.
So what does cartilage do? It protects our bones, it absorbs shocks and it allows smooth bone movements. Is it fine class? So movements are divided into two categories, that is voluntary and involuntary, and parts involved in these movements are bones, muscles, tendons, ligaments and cartilages, and muscle movements are contraction and relaxation. Is it fine class? Next is joints in our body.
Why is Zach having difficulty in picking food from his plate? He is not able to move his elbow. Our body contains hard and rigid structures. These are called bones. You can feel them by gently pressing some of your body parts.
So bones are hard and rigid.
Bones cannot bend as they are hard and rigid.
So because bones are hard and rigid, we cannot bend them. Is it clear? Bones cannot be bent because they are hard and rigid.
So, how can we bend or move our body parts? We can move our body at places where two parts of our body seem to be joined together. Such places are known as joints.
What is joint? Joint is a place at which two or more bones make contact. देखो देखो यहाँ पे ये क्या है, जॉइंट है यहाँ पर, वेयर टू और मोर बोन्स मेक कॉन्टेक्ट। यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है, दो बोन्स आपस में कॉन्टेक्ट हो रहे हैं इन बोन्स का। जॉइंट इज अ प्लेस एट विच टू और मोर बोन्स मेक कॉन्टेक्ट।
Let's find out more about body movements. We can walk, run, nod, skip, jump, pull, push, and perform a variety of body movements. Joints help in moving body parts. Now, can we move all our body parts in the same manner? Let's try an activity and find out.
क्लास हमने एक एक्टिविटी करी थी क्लास में, जिसमें हमने आंसर्स फिल करे थे कि कौन सा बॉडी पार्ट है जो कम्प्लीटली रोटेट करता है या पार्टली रोटेट करता है, ठीक है, या फिर एक डायरेक्शन में बेंड करता है या फिर मोर देन वन डायरेक्शन में बेंड करता है। तो आपने इसमें यही आंसर्स मार्क करने हैं। तो आर्म रोटेट्स कम्प्लीटली, wrist bends in more than one directions, neck rotates partially, and knee bends in one direction. Is it clear? Select the correct type of OK. Clear हो गई आपको? उसके बाद आता है स्केलेटल सिस्टम। व्हाट इज स्केलेटल सिस्टम? फ्रेमवर्क, ये हमने पढ़ा था।
To build a skyscraper, a strong base structure is first made using metal rods and concrete pillars. To have the desired shape, a camping tent needs some supporting rods. To avoid breakage during transport, materials are often packed in wooden boxes. What is the common role of these highlighted structures? They all provide a framework. A framework provides strength, support and protection and gives shape. Do we also have a framework? Let's find out more about the framework of our body. Hi, I am Scully, Scully the skeleton. Are you afraid of me? Scared? Like your heart, eyes, lungs and other parts, I am an important part of your body. I am the framework of your body. I am made up.
तो स्केलेटल सिस्टम क्या होता है? ये एक फ्रेमवर्क है हमारी बॉडी का, ठीक है। हम सबके हाथ होते हैं, सबके पैर होते हैं, सबके नोज होते हैं, ठीक है। ये सब क्या है? ये क्योंकि हमारी बॉडी का एक स्ट्रक्चर है, फ्रेमवर्क है, इसे बोला जाता है स्केलेटल सिस्टम। स्केलेटल सिस्टम क्या है? स्केलेटल सिस्टम इज मेड अप ऑफ बोन्स एंड अदर कनेक्टिंग टिश्यूज। स्केलेटल सिस्टम किससे बना है? स्केलेटल सिस्टम बोन से बना है और कुछ कनेक्टिंग टिश्यूज से बना है। इज इट क्लियर? स्केलेटल सिस्टम किससे बना है क्लास? स्केलेटल सिस्टम इज मेड अप ऑफ बोन्स एंड अदर कनेक्टिंग टिश्यूज।
Of hard and rigid bones and other supporting material. Without me, you would be like a blob of jelly. Let's find out what I can do. I provide shape and support to the body. I protect the delicate body organs. I help in movement and locomotion. I store minerals such as calcium and phosphorus.
So here we have seen what are the functions of the skeletal system. Skeletal system provides shape and support. क्या करता है? हमारी बॉडी को एक शेप प्रोवाइड करता है। उसके बाद प्रोटेक्शन करता है, जितने भी डेलिकेट ऑर्गन्स होते हैं उन सबको प्रोटेक्ट करता है, मूवमेंट में हेल्प करता है, मिनरल्स को स्टोर करता है।
I make blood cells.
And it forms blood cells.
Using the bone marrow present in my cavity. Do you know how many bones I have?
So how many bones
Click the
does a
correct
human
number.
skeleton have?
Try again.
So class, you have to tell here what are the number of bones that a human skeleton have. ट्राई करो आप। तो कर लिया आप लोगों ने मार्क? ह्यूमन स्केलेटन में कितने बोन्स होते हैं?
Try again. Yes, as an adult skeleton, I have 206 bones. More than half of these 206 bones are located in the arm and the leg regions. But when I was an infant, I had nearly 300 bones. As I grew up,
Infant has nearly 300 bones.
some of the bones were fused. Time to learn about my parts. Ooh, help! Now you have to help me out to be myself again. Let's play a game. I will give you some hints. You have to identify and click the right part.
तो क्लास
Let's begin our game.
हमें क्या करना है?
This part is made up of 33 small bones. It starts below the head and continues as far as my hips. Try again.
तो इसमें हमें क्या करना है? हमें आइडेंटिफाई करना है पार्ट को और क्लिक करना है करेक्ट पार्ट को। 33 स्मॉल बोन्स होते हैं इसमें। इट स्टार्ट्स बिलो द हेड एंड कंटिन्यूज एज फार एज द हिप रीजन। तो व्हाट कैन बी द पार्ट? आर्म्स एंड शोल्डर, रिब्स, बैकबोन, pelvis, legs or skull. What will be the answer? तो क्लास कर लिया आप लोगों ने मार्क आंसर। 33 स्मॉल बोन्स होते हैं ऐसे पार्ट में। इट स्टार्ट्स बिलो द हेड एंड कंटिन्यूज एज फार एज द हिप रीजन। व्हाट विल बी द आंसर?
Yes, it is my backbone. It is also called the vertebral column.
बैकबोन को
Of
क्या
the
कहा जाता
33
है?
bones,
वर्टिब्रल
some
कॉलम।
are fused. So finally, there are 26 bones in the backbone. The backbone helps me to stand upright and balance my weight. It also helps me twist, bend, and move. Identify and click the right part. This part is made up of 12 pairs of curved bones. It is like a cage. One end of each of these bones is attached to the backbone.
तो class, what will be the answer? It is given to you 12 pairs of curved bones and attached to the backbone at one end. What will be the answer?
Yes, this is my rib cage. It protects the lungs and heart and helps me to breathe. Identify and click the right part. This part has got the longest bone of the body and a bone called cap.
So you have to tell which part has got the longest bone and has a bone called cap. इन सब में से मार्क करो क्लास आंसर। आर्म्स एंड शोल्डर्स, pelvis, legs और skull. What will be the answer? तो class, what will be the answer? This has the body's longest bone and has a bone called cap.
Yes, these are the bones of my legs. They bear my body's entire weight and help me to stand, walk, run, and kick. Identify my part that most scares people when they see it, but it protects the body's most important control organ. Most of its bones are fused together. It also encloses the smallest bone of the body.
So what will be the answer?
Yes, this is the skull. It protects the brain, eyes, and ears. The jaws help me to eat and speak. My smallest bone is located in the ear. Identify my part that is made up of 6 fused bones. Without this part, I cannot sit, walk, and dance.
So you have to name the body part that is made up of 3 fused bones on each side, and it helps us to sit, walk and dance. What will be the answer, class? Have you marked the answer? It is made up of 3 fused bones on each side. It helps us to sit, walk and dance.
Yes, this is the pelvis. The pelvis encloses the portion below the stomach. It is broader in females as compared to males. Which important part is left? It helps me to lift, pull, push, and write. Yes, these are my arms. Each arm has one collarbone, one flat shoulder bone, 3 long bones, and 27 small bones in the wrist and hand. Hooray! I am back in shape again.
So this is skeletal system.
To keep my bones healthy and working, I need minerals such as calcium and phosphorus, vitamin D, and regular exercise.
So to keep bones healthy,
In
you have
case of
seen
an
what
accident,
are your
the
needs.
doctor can view my broken bones using an X-ray image.
This is a mind map that is showing the structural framework, parts, skull, ribs, pelvis, bones of the arm, backbone and the bones of the leg that you have already seen. Skull का work पता है आपको? It protects the brains. It protects the brain. Sorry. Then comes rib. It protects the lungs and heart. Then comes pelvis. It helps us to sit and move. Bones of the arm helps us to lift, pull, push and ride. Backbone helps us to stand upright, bend and twist. And the bones of the leg helps us to walk, kick, run and balance our weight. Is it clear? I hope आप लोगों को clear हो गया होगा skeletal system. क्लास यहाँ तक क्लियर हो गया आप लोगों को? स्केलेटल सिस्टम, जॉइंट्स, बॉडी मूवमेंट्स. नाउ वी शो द टाइप ऑफ जॉइंट्स.
Observe the movement in each of the joints highlighted here. Did you notice any difference? In terms of movement type, there are 3 kinds of joints in the human body: fixed joints, slightly movable joints, and movable joints. Fixed joints do not allow any movement.
No
These are
movement is
found
allowed
between
in
the
fixed
bones of the
joint.
skull.
Fixed joint कहाँ पर पाए जाते हैं? Skull.
A major function of fixed joints is to provide protection.
It provides protection.
Slightly movable joints allow only a little movement of the body part. The joints between the bones of the backbone are slightly movable. These joints provide support to the body part they occur in. Movable joints can move freely. The knee joint is a movable joint.
तो आई होप क्लास आप लोगों को यहाँ तक क्लियर हो गया होगा हमने जितना पढ़ा और समझा. ठीक है, तो आगे हम कल स्टार्ट करेंगे इसी के साथ जहाँ पर हमने आज लीव करा है. इज इट क्लियर क्लास? ओके. तो आज आपको होमवर्क रहेगा कि आपने इस चैप्टर को एक बार दोबारा पढ़ना है. जितना भी हमारा जॉइंट्स, बोन्स, टाइप ऑफ जॉइंट्स, कार्टिलेजेस ये हो गए हैं. ठीक है, आपने एक बार इस चैप्टर को दोबारा पढ़ना है. Okay, thank you.